What's up, guys? If you missed it, I was live earlier today breaking news that the Bears traded for Rams guard Jonah Jackson. I wanted to quickly recap what Jonah Jackson brings to the roster, what it means for Teven Jenkins, and update the Chicago Bears salary cap. Let's go ahead and get right into it. First, a quick update as a report has surfaced that the Bears will not be tendering Jack Sanborn's contract and he will become a free agent. Sanborn also tweeted out a goodbye message to Bears fans saying he feels like he will always be a Chicago Bear. Sanborn is not a difference maker, but he was an awesome story as an undrafted free agent and a guy who was a pure football player. But okay, now let's go ahead and talk about what this trade means for the Chicago Bears, for the roster, for Teven Jenkins, and for the cap space. I'll go ahead and talk about the cap space first, since that seems to be the thing that most fans care about. Again, I always go with Sport Track for anything salary cap related, and they have the Bears updated with $67.3 million in cap space, taking on roughly a $12 million cap hit from Jonah Jackson's contract. Not the full 17 million, he's still going to get paid that, but it sounds like 5 million of it will come from the Rams. The official cap hit number seems to be $11.8 million. So the Bears should still have over 63 million in cap space to play with, and they crossed off one of their biggest needs heading into free agency. As far as total cap space, the Bears fell from third most in the NFL to fourth most in the league. We still have 5 picks in the first 5 rounds of the draft and 3 picks in the first 41 selections, trading just a 6th round pick for a guy who was a Pro Bowler a couple years ago. A big time off season for the Bears. We're still going to be big spenders even after making this trade. Also, if you missed it earlier, it was just a 6th round pick that we traded for Jonah Jackson. Now, look, a lot of people are hating on this move, trashing it, and saying that either Jonah Jackson sucks or that we're paying him too much. But I have a couple of points I wanted to make here. First, there are multiple people that are smarter than me that love this move. The two most respected offensive line gurus on this entire planet, Brandon Thorn and Duke Manyweather, both have tweeted out support for this move. In fact, Brandon Thorn said he saw it coming and was talking to people about it at the combine. That's two of the most respected O-line people in the entire world, and they both like this move. On top of that, I made a video about it last week, and my main point was clear. Ben Johnson knows Jonah Jackson better than any of us do. And if he approves of the move, who am I to disagree? And Ben Johnson clearly approves of this and pushed for the trade. So to me, I'm 100% on board. But that's Ben Johnson, Duke Manyweather, and Brandon Thorn that are all in favor of this move. But armchair GMs are coming out of the woodworks to say how bad of a trade it was and to bash Ryan Poles. Again, I'm so glad these people don't run the team and that Ryan Poles actually does. But then one more point about this to the people saying that we're overpaying, at least wait a week. Wait just 1 week here and see what Mekhi Becton, Will Fries, and others get paid in free agency. Then we can talk about whether or not we overpaid. I believe some of these guards are going to get over $20 million a season and could even cash in on $100 million deals. And then this contract would look like a steal. Jonah Jackson is the new left guard for the Chicago Bears. 3 of the 5 starting spots on this O-line might be set now. We still need a center and a right guard. But what does this trade mean for Teven Jenkins? Honestly, I think this means a fresh start is coming for Tev. And it might be what's best for both sides. He will always be a personal favorite of mine and a guy I continue to root for after he leaves Chicago, unless he joined the Packers. But to me, this move signals that we are moving in a different direction, which is kind of what I expected. I think it's possible that Tev actually gets a bigger contract in free agency than the one that Jonah Jackson has right now. Or he could sign a 1-year deal because I do think it's possible that Tev wants to go back to right tackle. And I actually don't think Tev really wants to come back to Chicago based on some of the comments he made in interviews. I think if he went to the right team, he could pull off a move to right tackle. But that's it for today, guys. The Bears have traded for left guard Jonah Jackson. Also, to end any confusion about where he plays, he's played over 95% of his career snaps at left guard. For some reason, there's some misinformation going around that he plays another position, but he's a left guard. I appreciate everyone who watches. Please remember to hit that like button for me. Stay tuned. And until next time, bear down.